Hi there. I haven't quite figured out the technology or bought an app so that you can see my face while I'm doing this, but one of the goals I had was to solve cryptic crossword puzzles with you and kind of talk you through the process. And if you're not familiar with cryptic crossword puzzles or clues, maybe help you get an interest in them because they're one of my favorite types of puzzles. I love to solve puzzles. I love to write puzzles. What you're looking at right here is the puzzle from a website called minutecryptic.com. So it's isolated one cryptic crossword clue. And the way cryptic crossword puzzles work is the clue is broken up into two parts. The first part is, you don't know if it's the first part or the second part, sorry. So the first part could be the definition, or the first part could be the cryptic manipulative way to get to the definition. So most cryptic crossword puzzles are split into two parts, with one part being the definition and the other part being the cryptic way of getting there. So in this case, Mr. Potato Head, comma, during formative years, comma, close to toddler. And then parentheses 7 tells us that the answer is 7 letters. So just thinking about this initially, Mr. could be the definition. Mr. Potato Head could be the definition, although I'm not exactly sure what that would be. During formative years, close to toddler. So, yeah, there's a lot going on here. Close to toddler could be child, could be kid. Close to could just be, so with these cryptic crossword clues, there's a couple different words that people use when they're talking about them. There's the definition, there's the instruction, kind of like the how to manipulate the words. I think they're called indicators on this site. And then there's the fodder, the words that are being manipulated to actually create the word. So when I'm looking at this, I see head might mean the first letter. So potato head might be P. During formative years. Formative, it'd be a stretch to say that that's an anagram indicator, but it could be. Close to toddler. Well, let's start playing with this. Potato head is P, if I'm right about the head. During formative years. Teen. Growth. Years close to toddler. Preteen. Let's see if that gets us anywhere. During formative years close to toddler. No, I don't like that. Preteen doesn't really work. This one's got a par 4. That means people are struggling with this and they've taken 3 hints on average before getting the answer. I'm very stubborn, so this is going to make for an unfortunately long and boring video, especially since you can't see my face as I'm talking through it, but so be it. This is part of the productive struggle, the learning process. So I'm just going to keep trying a few things. I may eventually take a hint, but we'll see. So Mr. and Potato Head, MP, that's not a good start to a word. During formative years. What are other ways of talking about the formative years? Teenage years? If this is the definition, I think teenage. But that's maybe just teen. During formative years. I don't know what during means. I know what during means, but I'm not sure if it's an indicator in this particular clue. Close to toddler. So So being close to a toddler, or what's another? A tot might be a toddler, a kid. During formative years. Yeah, this is tough. Actually, the first couple of cryptic crosswords this year from Minute Cryptic have been a little challenging. I wanted to do a video yesterday. It took about 7 minutes for me to power through it. Let's see. What other ways can I be thinking about this? Mr. I haven't thought about Mr. much. So Mr. Sir. S-I-R. Or just MR. Or man. M-A-N. Or, I don't know if there's a way to think about this, but a mister is something that can spray water. So water mist, a waterer, a cooler of sorts. It might cool one down. What about just sir? What would sir start? Is sir a start to anything? Potato head, serp. Serp or man. I'm trying to think of ways that I can start a word with the beginning being the cryptic part that would give me a hint on a definition to toddler. Not seeing it. Man page, age. Rampage would be a word that would end in age, have the P from the potato head. I don't know if during formative years is age or not. Rampage, I don't think that's close to toddler. I don't know what close to toddler would mean. Well, I certainly didn't want to take a hint, especially while it's being recorded for your enjoyment, but I think I might be close to that point. Just try a couple more things. Years could be just YRS. That could be the end of martyrs. How would I get to martyrs? And does that make any sense for anything? No, I don't think it does. I don't see that either. Formative years. Oh, formative could be... All right, so what if M and P were the heads? So Mr. Potato Head, MP, although, again, just singular head suggests just one word. So I'm not loving this. During might be like inside of. The word years. Formative might be mixed that up. Close to toddler. Is toddler just T? Could toddler be a T? So then we have T at the end. That would get rid of the M, and then the whole thing means Mr. I'm not seeing a good reconstruction of that. Let me try that. Let's see. Year. I'm just going to mix up the letters a little bit. P for the potato head and then T. Is there anything there? Greatest. Nope, nothing jumping out. I'm gonna go ahead and, so I got some choices here. I can show the indicators, show the fodder, show the definition, or just reveal a letter. I think I'm gonna go ahead and show the indicators. All right, so I don't have to read this yet, so I'm kind of not looking at it. I just I'm covering it with my hand, not that that counts, but so I think I was right. Head is probably the first letter of potato. During, formative, year. I might have been dead on. Well, I'll go ahead and read this now. The clues indicators are head, during, formative, close to. Two of these are selection indicators. Guiding guiding us to pay attention to only specific letters in neighboring fodder. So head. Oh, the close to, not close to. It's the end of toddler, so it'd be the R. And then I'm guessing I'm right on the others. Another is indicating a containing indicator. Some fodder will go inside of another. And we also have an anagram indicator suggesting that some adjacent letters will be rearranged in different order. All right, I think I was very, very close. So I think the head of potato is going to be inside years. P, so it won't be the first letter. It'll be anything but the first or last letter. So we'd have some rearrangement of years. We'd have somewhere in there the letter P. And then we'll have R. Oh, I was right. Oh, that's too funny. A mister is something that sprays water. It is a sprayer. I wish I would have pushed that a little further, but sorry, my typing. Sprayer. So again, a mister, something that can mist, sprays water. It's a sprayer. Potato's head P is inside of, during, the formative rearrangement of years, Y-E-A-R-S. And then the close to toddler is the letter R. That's the last letter of toddler. And the whole thing spells out to sprayer. I haven't checked it yet, but I'm certain. Here we go. Yep, got it. 300 par, one hint. So, not my best work, but sometimes, unless you want to spend a whole day on it, I'm sure I could have. But partly because the video was running, I didn't want to drag that on for too long. So thank you all for saving a few minutes of my life. Hope you enjoyed. Whatever you have in front of you today, good luck, and I hope you get some steps.